taking into consideration that in Romania we have cooperatives, young cooperatives from the second generation of cooperatives from 5, 10, 20 years, what it will be your suggestion for improving the activity of agricultural cooperatives, taking into consideration the fruitful discussion that we have it today and what you understood about the question that we put it to you to find more about the Dutch model?
I think it's very important to look at the good strategy, look at what the point is to the future, where agriculture in Romania is going, and adapt as a cooperative to this model and to this strategy. And part of it can be like merging to be bigger, because if you're bigger as a cooperative, of course you can be stronger against the companies around you, the suppliers, and you have you are stronger towards them. So that can be a solution for the future. But I think it's good to have a good strategy.
What kind of preparation or training you think we should do to improve the activity of the governments, the management of the Romanian cooperatives?
Well, I think it's very important for the members of the board and members of the council to be prepared and to have some training. The member council, the people, I think they can have a basic training about governance, about how it works in a cooperative. And when you go to a supervisory board, for example, in the Netherlands, we sometimes do trainings of 5 to 10 days about governance. And in this way, you can professionalize your company and your governance. And I think it's very important to do that. Also, you can do some training on job interviews, because that's part of your job to have a good management on your cooperative. And to choose a good management on your cooperative is very important to be successful. So if you can choose the right people, it's very important to do that.
Emphasize the activity of Romanian cooperatives to strengthen them and to be more close to the farmers, to give them the service and the support that they need to be more competitive.
Well, this week I have seen over 30 very well motivated cooperatives in Romania. And one conclusion from my side is that all of them miss a certain vision and strategy. So in other words, I advise all of the cooperatives, the presidents and the board, to think about why are we on earth? So the reason to exist. And also considering the market and the market developments, to think about a strategy and preferably a focused strategy for the future. So make decisions, what are our services, who are our clients for now and for the future. So the strategic process is very crucial and important.
Yes, and also tell us how you consider should be done the training, what we should do with the training in this regard.
That we are very mature, and we took more than 100 years to come to this situation. So we cannot expect that Romania does it in a year or in a few years or even in 10 years. But the capacity, the skills, the knowledge, the management skills of the board and the executives are very important. So it's very important to think about ways to build the capacity, also to consider the different roles, being a farmer, being a board member, being a president, being an executive. It all requires different skills and different fields of expertise. So it's very important to invest in the near future in this type of training and capacity building.
And the last question, how you consider we should start doing the investment, the collective investment in added value, how we should proceed in this regard to make the first important steps?
Well, this is the $1 million question. I think it's the most challenging thing. But here again, I would say first think about your strategy. consider the market and make a very strong and valid marketing plan, strategic plan, business plan. And when you have this dot on the horizon, then look for ways to finance it. And you cannot do it overnight. You should take your time to do it, but step by step, making small steps, becoming stronger financially, that will be the way forward.
How they succeed the Dutch cooperatives to consolidate and develop functioning for such a long period of time?
Well, it was a long, like you said, it was a long period of time. So these developments were very gradual. So they took time. Farmers realized that the scale the cooperative was operating was too small. Was too small to be economically efficient. So and farmers in the Netherlands are very pragmatic. So they just look at, okay, I'm a member of a cooperative, but I want to get the best benefit out of it. So the cooperative has to act, has to operate as efficient as possible. So they soon find out that they needed to increase the scale. And then the neighboring village, the farmers had the same idea, and then they said, okay, why don't we just merge? So they merged, and that gradually over time, these cooperatives became larger and larger. So it was a long-term evolutionary process, but from a very pragmatic point of view. And of course, there were sometimes some issues with who is going to be the new chair. And sometimes there were also situations where one cooperative was financially doing better than the other one, and then it was almost like a takeover, but it was still perceived as a merger because otherwise the weakly financial cooperative may have gone bankrupt, but by integrating into the financially strong cooperative, they could continue with the cooperative. So, like I said, over time, a very evolutionary process of being very pragmatic and slowly growing to larger and larger organizations.
What do you think should Romanian cooperatives do to achieve, and Romanian farmers to advance much quicker? Because we are in the era of digitalization, the era of speed. And what you consider, from the information that you have from Romanian cooperatives, what you consider the farmers and the cooperatives they should do to achieve a better results in a shorter period of time, because we don't have 50, 80, 100 years to wait to...
Of course, that's a different situation currently, that you don't have all the time and everything goes very rapidly. I don't know the Romanian situation that well that I can exactly say this is what you have to do or this is what but I can give some advice is that, I mean, first you need to establish a well-functioning organization. So if the organization is still young, you should be careful in growing too rapidly, because then the members, they lose their relationship, they lose their psychological commitment to the organization. So on the one hand, this member commitment and this feeling of the farmers, the members, that it's their cooperative, that is very important. At the same time, they have to look for growth opportunities, and that could be merging with another one. It could also be trying to get more farmers involved in the cooperative. And another point is to have very good managers, to have managers that really understand the cooperative, that really work for the cooperative, that do not work for their personal interest, that really are willing to put their time and effort on behalf of the members. So that is, good managers is important, member commitment is very important, and then I would say, a very careful growth strategy. I would not be in favor of very rapid growth, because then you lose maybe your members. But on the other hand, I understand that in this time of digitalization, that you need a certain scale to be, and you also need a certain scale to be strong in the market, to have that bargaining power and to have that countervailing power to. So there is a need to grow and to be strong. So that could be by merging cooperatives, but at the same time, be careful not to lose the members.
Thank you very much for hosting here at Agricole. It is very interesting for us, taking into consideration your experience, your very solid experience. What you consider that Romanian cooperatives and farmers should do to develop their cooperatives and much faster and to be more prepared for the global challenges that we have now.
Yeah. Now, I think what is very important is to have the governance right. Yeah. So that means that you have a very good governance and that you have professional people who are doing the job for whatever kind of cooperative you have. We are a cooperative. We are selling sweet potatoes all over the world. So that's a rather simple system. But you can have, in many ways, you can have a cooperative. So the solidarity between the members, the farmer members, is very important. So you need to work together, to have it equal, and to have good governance. If you have that, then you can go ahead. Yeah? Financing is important, of course. So you need banks who understand the cooperative system and who can work forward also.
Please tell us, explain us the governance of your cooperatives. How is functioning?
Yeah, we have the cooperative where the members are, and the cooperative owns the BV, the limited company, under the cooperative. All the activities are concentrated in the BV, and the members are in the cooperative. Then we have a members' council who are deciding about investment, about politics, about the year report, and we have a pool committee. And the pool committee is responsible for the agreement between the cooperative and the farmers. Yeah, so they discuss about the prices, they discuss about the varieties and about the development and things like that. Yeah, Farmers Council, they are responsible for the big decisions, investments. The pool committee is responsible for everything what have to do with potatoes. And that's between the management board and the pool council.